It's time to get excited, everyone. The World Cup is upon us. You're watching the 2014 World Cup Groups A through D predictions episode. In Group A, we have host country Brazil, along with Croatia, Mexico, and Cameroon. It goes without saying, Brazil is the strongest team in this group, and there is no doubt in my mind that they will be taking first in this group. So, who will take second place? Both Mexico and Croatia needed to play playoff games in order to qualify for the World Cup, and both teams sacked their coach before the do-or-die games. As for Cameroon, they didn't have a rough ride in qualification, but Mexico and Croatia have the stronger team. It comes down to Mexico and Croatia for second place. So the game between the two teams on June 23rd will be a big one. I can see the game ending in a tie, but I can also see Mexico winning, so I'll have to give Mexico second place. In Group B, we have defending World Cup and Euro champions Spain, Netherlands, Chile, and Australia. Early reactions have pinned this group as the group of death, but some could say that could be Group G as well, which I will talk about in another episode. Just like Group A, we have a clear-cut first place, and that is Spain. Sure, Spain is getting older, and their window might be closing, but they are still a very strong team. As for second place, will we see the Netherlands of Euro 2012 who didn't get a single win, or will we see the team that made it to the finals at World Cup 2010? There's no counting out Chile though. They finished second in a group with Spain at the last World Cup, only to be ousted by Brazil in the round of 16. Part of me thinks the Netherlands will show up this time around. But I think a lot of people are underestimating the Chileans, and I can see them pulling an upset over the Dutch. I'm going with Chile advancing to the round of 16. Group C. Probably the group no one actually cares about except for the people from the respective countries. We have Colombia, Greece, Côte d'Ivoire, or Ivory Coast, and Japan. Sure, this might be an unappetizing group, but it will be wide open and one of the most difficult groups to predict. I would think Colombia will take first place in this group as they are a good team, but when it comes to second place, the door is wide open. Ivory Coast is always a tough team to play against, but they seem to never show up at the big stage. Greece is always full of surprises, and Japan, well, you just don't know. My gut says Greece will lock down second place and advance to the round of 16. Lastly, we have Group D. Group D consists of England, Italy, Costa Rica, and Uruguay. According to FIFA rankings, which isn't always the best representation of a country, 3 out of the 4 countries are sitting in the top 11. Uruguay is 6th, Italy is 9th, and England is 11th. Costa Rica sits at 34. My predictions would put Italy and England in the top 2 of this group. But hang on a second. Uruguay is ranked ahead of both countries, so what gives? What gives is that people don't know how good Uruguay is, and they are 6th for a reason. Italy surprised a lot of people at Euro 2012 as a lot of people saw the Italians in a rebuild mode, and England continues to struggle as they can't seem to get past the round of 16. So, who is taking first and second? I'd have to say Uruguay will come out on top, and the deciding factor will be the Italy and England game. Although, I could easily see a tie in that game, so I can see Italy getting ahead on goals differential. That wraps up Groups A through D. If you liked this episode, make sure to click the thumbs up below. Did you like my predictions? Did you hate them? Comment below and we can have a chat about it. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe as I will have more 2014 World Cup coverage.